Okay, so we're constantly told we have to build in public, right? Share the journey, post the grind, hustle, where everyone can see you. But what if the most powerful strategy for getting ahead, for massive success, is the exact opposite? What if the real key is to just disappear? This is the big, kind of shocking idea we're digging into today. I mean, think about it. In a world that is screaming for your attention 24/7, this question flips the script. It suggests that real power, real wealth, it isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in silence. It sounds totally counterintuitive, I know, but stick with me, because the psychology behind it is absolutely fascinating.
So you've got this whole culture of people curating the appearance of success online. They're sharing every tiny win, every step of the process. But this strategy argues that the real titans, the people building actual empires, they play a completely different game. They work behind the scenes, totally shielded from public opinion, from all the noise and distraction, and they only reveal what they've been working on when it's done, when it's undeniable.
And that brings us to the very first, and it might be the hardest principle of this whole transformation. It all starts with one simple but incredibly difficult action. You have to stop talking about your plans.
It just feels wrong, doesn't it? I mean, what about accountability partners? Aren't you supposed to share your goals to make them real? Well, the psychology here is really surprising. And honestly, the data is even more shocking.
Look at that number. Just let it sink in. For every single person you tell your big, ambitious plan to, your chance of actually doing it drops by an average of 5%. So you tell 20 people, you've statistically just wiped out your chance of success. It's like a success tax that you pay every single time you open your mouth about your goals.
And here's why that happens. It's so important to understand this. When you tell someone your goal, and they go, "Wow, that's amazing, you're gonna crush it," your brain gets this little hit of dopamine. It feels good. It feels like you've already done something. That premature praise literally tricks your brain into feeling satisfied. And it just kills the hunger, the drive you actually need to do the hard, boring work to make it a reality.
Okay, so if you're not supposed to seek validation from other people, where does your guidance come from? This leads us to the second principle, which completely reframes the whole idea of approval.
This is such a powerful mindset shift. Just stop asking your friends, your family, your followers what they think. Instead, you only need to ask yourself one question. What would the person I want to be in 6 months or a year or 5 years, what would they do right now? Would they be proud of this choice? That's it. That is the only advisor you will ever need.
So on one hand, you've got external validation. It's flimsy, it's based on other people's moods and biases, and it just makes you reactive. But on the other hand, you've got this internal vision guided by your future self. It's solid, it's powerful, and it pulls you forward with a real sense of purpose, no matter what's going on around you.
All right, so once you've learned to keep quiet and you've aligned with your ultimate advisor, your future self, it is time to execute. This is the final and frankly the most critical phase of the silent transformation. It's time to unleash what we're going to call beast mode. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about hustle culture or burning yourself out. Beast mode is a state of surgical precision. It's about getting rid of literally everything that doesn't serve your main goal and just entering this flow state of pure, focused execution. This is where the magic happens, far away from the eyes of the world.
So how do you actually turn it on? Well, it breaks down into 3 very concrete actions. First, eliminate all distractions, and I mean it. Turn off the notifications, delete the social media apps, learn to say no to things that don't move you forward. Second, build a strict, non-negotiable routine. And third, you execute with just relentless discipline, day after day, especially on the days you don't feel like it.
All these principles, they sound pretty intense, I get it, but they all fit into a very real and, believe it or not, achievable framework. So let's look at what this silent transformation actually looks like over a 6-month period. Here's the roadmap. It's pretty simple. You start at month 0. This is when you go dark. You put all the principles into action. You stop talking about your plans and you cut out all the distractions. Then months 1 through 5, that's for pure execution. This is your beast mode phase of deep, focused, uninterrupted work. And then at the start of month 6, you reemerge.
And this is the most beautiful part of this entire process. After 6 months of silent, heads-down work, you don't come back with some big announcement or a long post about my journey. You don't have to. The business you built, the skill you mastered, the body you sculpted, whatever it is, the results themselves become the announcement. They speak louder than any words ever could. They're clear and they're undeniable.
So, the final question really is for you. In a world that values being seen above almost everything else, do you have the courage to become invisible for a little while? To trade that short-term praise for long-term, life-altering results? Are you ready to disappear?